Can you see my slides? Okay, good, good. Right. So if you look at these slides that I have, the first one shows you lesson objective. Okay, so this lesson objective doesn't just imply it's only for our lesson today. It's also something that you need to know, okay, for PSLE. Yeah, so for PSLE, you are expected to know these points. Okay, so must recognize that adaptation are special characteristics, okay, that organisms need to help them survive in their natural habitats. You need to classify adaptation into structural. Okay, so there are two main types. All right, structural as well as behavioral. Okay, so what is the meaning of structural adaptation? Structural adaptation means something about the appearance, okay? Behavioral adaptation will be then about their behavior, their action, okay? So this is how you differentiate. So questions will be asked such that you need to identify. You need to identify. It will probably ask you, which of the following is an example of structural adaptation? Okay, so A, B, C, D, you must identify the correct one. Okay, you need to describe how certain structural adaptations or behavioral adaptations in organisms serve to enhance survival in terms of getting air, water, okay, light, as well as food. Okay, coping with physical conditions such as temperature, very hot condition or very cold condition, extreme temperatures especially. Okay, how to protect themselves from their enemies, then of course, reproduction. Okay, so relate how certain adaptation in organisms serve to enhance survival. Now, take note that organisms have adaptation for all these reasons because they need to cope, they need to survive, they need to ensure that they have enough food, they need to ensure that they are away from danger, etc. Okay, the last part, reproduction is important. Without reproduction, they cannot continue their kind, right? It will go into extinction. So living things interact with one another, as well as the non-living things in the environment where they live. Now, if you have your textbook with you, it might be quite useful for you. Okay, so if let's say you can reach out for your textbook easily now, quickly bring it in. Yeah, quickly bring it in. Okay, you'll be very helpful, but not to worry, you know that I'll send you the slides, right? Okay, end of this chapter, I send you the slides. I noticed that I cannot send you every lesson. Why is that so? Because I would have missed out certain points here and there. So after the entire topic, that means if we spend 2 weeks on adaptation, that means the next lesson is the second one, right? Okay, the week after, you'll receive the complete notes. I will add in things here and there, additional points. Okay? Now, Surya, we are waiting for Surya to come back. He's trying to get his book. Okay, so if you have your book, you might want to quickly refer to this part on adaptation. So the special characteristics or the features, okay, allow them to meet the needs for survival. And we call these features or the characteristics adaptations. All right. Okay. Okay, next. Adaptation enable organism to get air, water, and food. These are the basic conditions, basic necessity, okay, for living things to survive. But these are not all the things that affect survival. Okay, you also need to consider things like, you know, temperature and light. Light, okay, especially for plants. If there's no light, plants cannot photosynthesize, right? Cannot photosynthesize, what happened? They will die. Okay, remember the food chain? Remember the food web? We always start with plants, right? So if plants die, what do you think will happen to other organisms?
There will be a mass extinction.
Correct. Okay, every organism will eventually die, and then there will be a mass extinction. Okay, end of the earth. Okay, I'm not saying end of the world, I say end of the earth, right? Now, they also want to protect themselves from enemies, okay, especially like the predators. Okay, and then two types you need to know. We talked about this already just now. Structural is about the appearance, the physical features. Yeah. So this will include body shape, body colors, patterns on the body, okay, as well as body covering. Okay, so all these matters. All right. And then animals in different habitats, you find that they have special features. Yeah. So if you can find certain parts of your textbook, okay, that has all these pointers, you might want to also indicate, okay, anything extra on your book. When you talk about behavioral adaptation, they are referring to special ways that the organism acts or behave. Okay, it can be like response as well. Okay, responses. So it enable this animal to actually survive and grow in a habitat. Like for example, have you heard of pufferfish? Yeah, you heard of it, right? Yeah. So what happens when it is in danger? What happens if it's agitated? Anyone knows? Nikki, do you know, Nikki?
Will it transform into a ball shape?
It puffs up, right? That's why it's puffer fish. It puffs up. Okay, really like a ball, you know, you're right, Nikki. Okay, it's not transformed into a ball. Okay, it is actually puffing itself up. Why? Do you know why it will puff up? Anyone?
To protect itself from danger.
How?
Because when it puffs up, its spikes will also will be the spikes will be shown that it can poke the predators which tries to harm it.
That's one point. Okay, but puffing up also makes it look
Bigger.
bigger. So Tommy, is that right? Is that what you're trying to say, Tommy?
And I think if I'm correct, the spikes are also poisonous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, but just looking at it, you wouldn't want to touch it, right? Okay, the spikes are like, wow, my goodness, if I touch it like durian like that, or touch it, you might actually get pricked. Yeah, and it looks bigger. Suddenly, such a small little fish becomes so big. So the enemy will get a shock, right? My goodness, what is this thing? It puffs up suddenly so big, it's bigger than me now. I better run away. Something like that. So this can happen.
I don't think even a tank can actually hit one because I mean, it suddenly puffs up. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it suddenly puffs up. That's right. Okay, so it gives the enemy a shock. All right. Okay, then also a behavioral adaptation. Okay, also includes this one. You see, being active at certain times of the day, or they will act very differently to attract the mates. Okay, you see that sometimes certain animals, okay, Madhu say jump scare. Yeah, that's the word. Good, thank you. Okay, jump scare, nice. I like this word. Okay, so in order to attract mates, have you all actually noticed there are certain animals around us that will do its best to actually attract mates? Yeah, I might go like this. Oh, yes. I might share. Come, share with us. What do you notice in your environment? Shy. Okay, I think Ahmad is more comfortable typing, yeah? Okay, now I have a cat at home, you know? Just now when you were watching the video, I actually showed you my cat, but I think y'all didn't see. Y'all were so focused on the video because she came and disturbed me. Okay, so my cat, Ahmad saw. Okay, my cat, I actually sent her to be sterilized. Okay, she's neutered. Yep, because she was making a lot of noise when she was actually becoming an adult. Okay, but that's a very natural process. Okay, don't have to feel shy or embarrassed. It's not something that is, not to be talked about. Yeah, it's a very natural process, reproduction. Okay, because she has matured, she reached the age where she can actually have babies, right? Yeah, so of course she will naturally want to attract male cats. Okay. And what she does is, I share with you, quite interesting, because this is the observation I had of my cat. She was making a lot of sound. She's rolling on the floor. She's like trying to get attention of the male cats. And then I noticed, because I stay in a enclosed compound, condo area, I noticed the neighbor's cats. I stay on second floor. The neighbor's cats are downstairs, meowing back to her. So she will be standing at the balcony, staring at the male cat, and the male cat staring at her. That kind of thing can happen. Yeah, because it's a natural process for them to mate. In the nature, in the wild, they just mate and then they reproduce, and their kind will continue. Okay, so don't be embarrassed about this. This is all very normal. So if you hear a cat meowing a lot non-stop throughout the night, you know that it's mating season. It's not every single night, come on, okay? It's only once a while. It will stop and then it will start again. It's very normal. Yeah, we actually thought of maybe letting the cat reproduce, but then we realized that we cannot afford to keep so many of them in the house. Our house is not that big. It's a torture to have too many animals in the house when they don't have enough space to move around. Understand? Okay, so you have to always think in that sense. Okay, so yeah, this is one example I'm sharing. You might have seen other animals. Okay, Tommy, you want to share something, Tommy?
A peacock.
Right. What happened to the peacock?
They'll rub out their back feathers, I think. I don't know what to call them.
Okay, I think in Chinese, the term you will know, right? Okay, let me try to find. This topic is about discussion. There's a lot of discussion to be made. So it's fine that you share and we keep talking about it. Okay, let's see. I think this is the one you are referring to. Okay, why do you think it wants to do that? Why do you think it wants to do that?
To attract males?
Because it looks very, very good, right? Correct not? It looks like it's a very handsome, and then wants to actually... Yashika said something. Yashika, two cats fighting, and then they made a lot of noise. Oh, that one is a different sound. I noticed, Yashika. When they are fighting, right, it's quite scary. Okay, I saw two cats fighting before, and I really actually wanted to go down and stop them, Okay, yeah, they are quite fierce when they fight, but it's interesting. They usually freeze, They will be frozen where they are standing, staring at each other, and then they stare for a long time, not moving. Okay, someone will have to start first. It's interesting. Madhu, it's funny, right? But when I was looking at them, I also was amused, but I was also fearful that they might, harm each other very badly. Let me show you what the peacock...
Peacock, isn't that a male peacock?
Yes, it's a male. That's why I said attract the female, right? So usually the animal kingdom, the male are more attractive, prettier. Okay, can I say prettier? Like, doesn't sound so good.
Animals, the male are attractive, and
correct.
Humans,
the other way.
Attractive.
Yeah, of course, the other way. The female human beings are more pretty, what? Yeah, okay.
No offense to the boys.
Yeah, no offense to the boys. Come on. Yeah. So this is how the peacock look like when it's trying to show off itself. Okay, trying to show off to the female. I am more good looking. Okay. So, yeah. So they say, females, look at me. I'm more handsome. Okay, I'm more attractive. Yeah, they try to show off this way. It's normal. Okay, Surya, do you know this, Surya? Good. Okay, so this is the example. Come back to the slides now. Okay, good that you all are participative is important. Okay, that you all share your knowledge. Now, so behavioral adaptation goes this way. Okay, not just to actually survive, they also want to multiply. Okay, what is this? Have you all seen this before?
A fennec fox.
Yeah, very good. You all know this. Okay, so in a hot environment, okay, like the deserts, okay, some animals hide under the rocks, right? Okay, some will actually stay in the shade, only coming out at night to hunt for food. There are some animals like the desert foxes. Okay, this is the example here. They have very big ears. One reason is for them to lose the body heat. There's one more reason why they are